You know, funny you should ask. Just got back from Maracas. I've done a lot of things in the world of music, which is what you're really asking me. Chachmos, I played there this weekend. I played at Mora this weekend. I also did Movie Town, Fiesta Plaza, and that in itself was wonderful. The reception was warm. The entire performance was emotional because of all of the interaction between the audience and myself. It was so special.
And that comes from years of experience, and I'm sure you shared with the audience some music from your latest album. Tell us about Tropical Jazz 2.
Tropical Jazz 2. That's a lot to talk about because actually the album was recorded in the USA, in Australia, in Trinidad, and in Canada, even though I never left my home in the United States to do it. What I did is we record parts and we send it through the internet to my, different players all over the world. And they'd send the parts back and we'd reassemble it. And that's how Tropical Jazz 2 and 1 came about.
So Tropical Jazz is really international cool jazz.
Absolutely. Totally international, yet born in Trinidad.
Oh, and listen to some of this fabulous tropical music. This is Get Down on It and Little Sunflower.
How am I doing? Okay.
Fabulous.
All right.
And we're 1/5 of the way through.
1/5. Good.
Segment 2. Welcome back to Your Music with Candace as we showcase the music of Steven Springer. Steven, where did you get all of this musical talent?
Surely you must know it comes from Trinidad.
Is it in the genes? It's from mommy, from daddy?
Oh, no. Mommy and daddy didn't want to have anything to do with music. Most parents don't want their children to have anything to do with music on that level, It might be fun to be able to play the piano or this or that and have some fun, quattro or guitar or whatever, but no, it came from Trinidad. It was, it's in the water, it's in the air, it's in the feeling, it's in the climate, it's in the mangoes that you eat, it's in the rotis, it's in everything. Music and Trinidad are one. I don't think Trinidad without thinking music, and vice versa.
Oh, so here let's jump into some music that's dedicated to Trinidad and Tobago. This is Trinity to the Bone and the Tropical Island Paradise from the album. This is Trinity to the Bone and Tropical Island Paradise from the album Trinity. Let's go to some music that's dedicated to Trinidad and Tobago. This is Trinity to the Bone and Tropical Island Paradise from the Tropical Jazz 2 album. Steven Springer.
I like the way you speak. You always speak like that. You sound on the radio. It's so nice to have you.
Only one I need to.
Do you speak like that? Still talk to your friend.
I want to get her face up, get in her head.
Yeah, I can switch up a question here.
Okay.
I'm going to ask you a new question.
Okay.
Because I moved into, you spoke so much about Trinidad and Tobago. I threw in the music from Trinidad and Tobago.
Very good.
Right?
Good.
So I'm going to ask you, why did you choose the guitar? Out of different instruments that are
Okay, all right,
yeah?
good. Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
Segment 3. You're taking in some groovy music from Steven Springer on Your Music with Candace. Steven, why the guitar? There's so many instruments. You're so talented. I'm sure you could have been a great pianist. I'm sure you could have played any wind instrument. Tell us why the guitar.
Well, I never really thought about why the guitar, but as a young man growing up in Trinidad, I was influenced by a number of the bands that were around at that time. Bands with names like Esquires and Silver Strings and so on. And these, I used to go and watch these guitar players, and I always said, I wanted to do that. I wanted to learn how to do that. I wanted to be like Silver Strings guitar players and Esquires and Casanovas and Ambassadors. The guitar players, I don't even remember their names. I think one was Clive Sharman. I think Michael Bootman was a guitar player at that time when I was, trying to learn how to play and so on. So all of these people actually influenced me. It's all about Trinidad. All of the music that is in me is all about Trinidad. And I'll tell you something else. When I first went overseas and started playing, there weren't any, still aren't that many Caribbean bands. So I'd get jobs with American bands or Australian bands or English bands, wherever I was. And they would always tell me, can you get that island thing out of there? And I'd be a little embarrassed. But those were in the younger days, until I realized the gift that it was. And now I never let the island out of the music. It's always there.
I love it. Never let the island out of the music. More from the Tropical Jazz 2 album. This is Mr. Walker and Plato on the radio. Don't go too far. More Trini music. Steven Springer will be too.
Good story?
Nice.
Yeah.
Really nice.
Okay. So this segment, I'm not actually going to ask you a question. I'm just going to introduce what you're going to talk about. And you're going to talk about the role that music played in your recovery.
Okay.
Right?
Look, see, I just mentioned Michael Movement. Look at me.
The people, man.
Yeah, man. And I met Patty the other night.
That's nice.
Yeah, Patty Rogers. Yeah, oh, she's so sweet. She brought her mother down on Saturday.
Oh, yes.
And Sean I've met. I know Sean. These are the names. I know the names. I haven't never met these people particularly, you know. I know the name.
Yeah, you should meet him.
To me, he's a legend. I know that.
Yeah,
like,
definitely. A lot of people come on the program, and when they bring their favorite music, almost everybody brings in some Kaiser.
I remember that name, and I remember Felix Roach, who still plays it. When
Sugar
I was a boy.
Fingers.
Sugar Fingers. Oh.